Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I was up in Atlanta. I broadcast yesterday from my mother-in-law's basement, and I tweeted that out. Well, that's the reason that the sound was a little different is I was in a room that was probably better for recording than what I'm in now, but I also had my head closer to the computer, and so I've moved up a little bit in this video for that reason, because I think that it helps. Well, the reason I was up there is we had a travel ball tournament we were going to be doing this weekend, and it got canceled because of rain. And so I came back home, and now I am broadcasting from where you always hear me from. I'm just a little closer to the computer, so it may sound a little bit better. Now this is from Mr. B at XRP. Mr. sent me this. Now, this was a tweet that was sent out by this guy at DJ Chill 76. He says, I love everyone, but sometimes I doubt the XRP community. Mr. B, how did I not get one like on this previous post? Let's keep expectations realistic. I would have at least expected Digital Asset Investor to tap a like. Come on, guys, for the kids, LOL. Well, the truth of the matter is neither I nor Mr. B had seen this. But now that I have, this guy's, apparently it's his little girl who's very cute. She is wanting to know if when XRP takes off, if he can get her a unicorn. I guess she's into unicorns. Well, be careful what you promise your little girl is what I would say. But who knows? If it does what we think, maybe you can create your own unicorn. I don't know. But anyway. So I thought that was funny. Anyway, and then this was from Craig DeWitt. Now Craig works at Ripple. Now he was quick to say that what I'm showing you here, this is not from Ripple. This is his own personal project. But I did want to give him a shout out and send you all to his website because this will be an interesting thing he's working on here. The alpha release for XSongsStore is now live, looking for testers to try out the direct to artist XRP flow for unlocking a song download. Cost is about 1 penny, and all the money goes to the artist. Open to all. Try it out and give me some feedback. It says just had the first sale. Well, Craig, I think I'm about to send you some more sales. To test the purchase flow, click the purchase download button below Casey Ledoux. Send a minimum of 0.0589 XRP to the address and destination tag. Once the XRP arrives, which is fast, the download will appear. So this will be a pretty cool test for some in the XRP community to try it. It's called the X Song Store. This is his website, bringing you beautiful music paid in XRP. And you can click there and you can do the whole thing. Pretty cool. All right. And then there was this. This is from Cointelegraph, and it's about HTC that has launched this Exodus 1S phone. Let me pull this computer back to me a little bit so I can be closer to it. All right, but it says that they on this new phone, you're going to be able to run a full Bitcoin node on the phone. Now, I've also heard this mentioned in relation to Cardano. It seems like somewhere I read that Cardano was going to with their new release of their update or whatever, that you would be able to have nodes running on phones or something. I want to say that that's the case, but this is where the world's going. Imagine that phones across the world are operating nodes, and so now that's decentralized when you have millions of phones that are running nodes for these digital assets. All right, then Alex Cobb had sent me something. He says, remember when we got news that on-demand liquidity transactions were being batched at 7,500 XRP per transfer? Now we are seeing the same thing, except they are now batches of 40,000 XRP. And he's got a link here He says, you can see the latest ones here. The script will be updated tonight and will look much better, as well as showing more ODL info at once. Now, I've got his video paused, but Alex Cobb, who, if you don't subscribe to him, I imagine all of you do, but if you don't, he is he's one of the guys that inspired me to do my channel. So go give him a subscribe. Now, he's got this running live on his YouTube channel right now, and I don't know what his intentions are for how he's going to do it, but he's running this live 24/7 nonstop, latest XRP ODL, XRapid transactions, tracking Bitstamp, Bitso, and coins.ph. Pretty interesting. It's all Greek to me, but some of you might really understand all of that. I am not the techie of techies. That's not really my bag. So, but Alex is more into that type of thing. So definitely go check that out. Now, from Crypto D, at the Crypto D sent me this. This is interesting. I've shown it on this channel before, but this guy put it in a little video where he shows you. He says, this is amazing. RippleNet global overview on Google Maps. Wow, this ain't no joke. This is a serious business, awesomely massive. I think he must have just discovered this. But you can go and you can type in, like, on Google, I think it's like RippleNet map, and it will show you a map of everywhere that Ripple has different things going on, whether it's XRP being on an exchange or you name it. It's on a Google map. Somebody's taking the time to put it all out there. It's pretty darn cool. So go check it out. Next, from Free American Spirit. He told me that I needed to make sure I remembered his title because he has put his title here. He's the official Free American Spirit and XRP grandpa of the Digital Asset Investor channel. See, here's a guy who appreciates his title. Well, he sent me this, and you need to all be aware of this, okay? Bittrex cryptocurrency exchange is shutting down in 31 countries. You're going to see more and more of this. This is why we keep talking about keeping your digital assets off of the exchanges. Bittrex announced on October 18th that its Europe-based international trading platform is withdrawing services from 31 countries by the end of this month. The exchange cited regulatory uncertainty as being the main reason behind the move. They've got the countries listed here. I'm not going to read all of those. The United States is not in that list, and that's what I saw because I did have a little bit of, I think it was H-bars, Hedera hash graph. I did have some of that on Bittrex, and so I will keep my eye on what Bittrex is doing. Here's for Binance.us. Binance has their Venetians, but we need something special for the Binance.us family. What do you guys think? If your suggestion is used, we will send you a hoodie. So I gave them mine, by Americans, and then people immediately came in and said that makes it sound like we swing both ways. Well, I think that all of us are grown-ups here, and we're secure enough in who we are. That will not bother me at all to tell people I'm a Buy American. So anyway, if you want to try to win a hoodie, give them a creative way that they can refer to customers of Binance.us. And next, XRP Honey Bear at C _Mike13 sent me this. Looks like Ripple. This is from Jim Chauncey Kelly. I guess he works at Ripple. Yes. I'm going to give him a follow because I didn't before. Ripple is hiring a RippleNet commercialization lead. Apply today. And I wanted to go and see what a commercialization lead was. It says the purpose of the role is to help RippleNet customers gain maximum commercial value from using RippleNet to position their payments business for sustained growth in the digital economy and to make the case for action within their organizations. Ripple is a new payments network using new technology, supporting new business flows and new use cases. Consequently, RippleNet customers, banks, PSPs need support in understanding how to commercialize RippleNet effectively and how to execute plans to fully realize RippleNet benefits. So I read this to be, okay, so they're using RippleNet, and now you got to have a professional who can help them understand the power of what they have and how to maximize the benefits of it. That's the way I read that. So sounds like Ripple, as I said when they put their Q3 report out, sounds like Ripple continues to kick the A word, as my son would say, and take names. Okay, XRP Dave sent me this. from Tiger XRP. I don't know if I followed Tiger X. I do not. I do now. You're in luck, Tiger XRP. Shoot me a message with some information next time you have something like this. Paused live TV. Called my family over and celebrated. This literally confirms we are on the right track. It's only a matter of time before everyone else knows. So he's watching TV, and all of a sudden he sees a commercial for Transfer Go, and at the bottom it says, runs on Ripple. Now let me ask you a question. Who has been telling you for the last year and a half that in a matter of time you will be wrapped in digital asset and advertising and blockchain advertising? I stand by those words, and I believe that even though things have felt slow for the last year or two, when it happens, it's all going to happen a lot faster than you all believe. And I have an article that kind of says what I'm telling you, and it's right here. From Pacho Muchacho, I like that name. He sent me this article right here. Digital assets will trickle, then flood, State Street exec says. Now, State Street, let's see who they are. State Street, one of the world's largest custody banks, which holds more than $30 trillion, or more than 10% of the world's total assets. Now, folks, these are people that know what's going on. So you listen very close to what this guy is saying. He's from State Street. Is getting ready for blockchain and hyped up record-keeping technology made famous by Bitcoin, the original cryptocurrency. Quote, folks, listen carefully. We're seeing assets start to become digitized, says Jay Biacamano, State Street's head of digital assets. Now, this company that manages, they hold 30 trillion. They hold 10% of the world's total assets. Why do they have a head of digital assets and blockchain in capital markets, folks? And why is he saying this? He says, trickle, and then we believe there will be a flood. They hold, let me say it a third time, they hold 10% of the world's assets. This is not the digital asset investor telling you that it's going to trickle, and then we believe there will be a flood. This is the company that holds $30 trillion, more than 10% of the world's total assets. Now, that's not all he said. I like a few of his quotes. He says it's going to be a little bit slower process, he says, as businesses seek to satisfy regulators over their ability to safeguard funds. So this is the slow drag we've been dealing with all year. And then he goes on, let's see, he says, he remains undeterred as digital assets start to gain a foothold in the asset management industry. We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared, folks. This is coming. Well, I don't care what your negative sentiment is out there. I don't give a crap how negative you are or what you think you know. The bottom line is, I will say it a fourth time. This guy is with a company who manages, I read that right, $30 trillion, 10% of the world's total assets. And he's telling you it is going to be a trickle, like it's been for the last 2 years, and then a flood, and it'll be too late for all the people that went negative on us. He says, here it says, let's read a little bit more. Traditionally, illiquid assets like real estate are gaining traction on blockchains and may hold the most promise. When you buy real estate, it's very draconian. It takes days, weeks, sometimes months to settle a transaction. He says, on a blockchain, a similar transaction could take mere minutes. That democratizes it. Those State Street's main interest in the digitizing traditional assets. He says a Bitcoin exchange traded fund or ETF is absolutely feasible within the next few years. I think there's a lot that's going to happen in the next year. Like anything, it can happen very quickly. I hope you heard that, folks. This is one of the better articles that I've seen in a while where it really shows you from somebody legit who really knows what's happening behind the scenes. So I hope you heard that. I read it enough times, I believe. Sergeant Obi-Wan at Sergeant Obi-Wan sent me 2 John McAfee updates, and I'm about to watch them both. Fiat currency and decentralized exchanges, where are we headed? And then this one, which is funny too, is there such a thing as too stoned to play? I'm still too stoned to decide. He is drunk and on whatever, playing the piano. I never miss those. It's always funny to me. And finally, we have now remember, XRP James T, I believe yesterday, became the official former Navy SEAL of the Digital Asset Investor Program. Now, I got a message, and the message came from Mike Preston, and he said, I heard about your official former Navy SEAL. He says, well, I'm a Marine, and there are no former Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine, and he wants to be the official Marine. So, Mike Preston is now the official Marine of the Digital Asset Investor channel. I've always heard, my grandfather always told me when he was in World War II, if they ever saw the airborne guys walking down the street, they crossed and went to the other side. So I think there's always been a rivalry between the different branches of the military as far as who is tougher. I myself don't think I would want to mess with any of them. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. Thank you for listening.